spend your time easily, relaxed. Whatever you need as a question, please note it down somewhere or start posting in a question portion. There is a question portion there in your app. It is marked with question mark. You put all your questions there. I will read it one by one after my session and solve all the queries. Try to solve all the queries. So again, let me just share the screen so that I come forward to the section which I meant for. So friends, the first of all, I would like all of you to use my handouts, and my handouts are given in your basically app or the website through which you have logged in. You will find these handouts. The first handout is the presentation which I am giving today. It's there. The second is the SEBI regulation, complete regulations of this latest amendment. Third is my blog link. Fourth is my domain search link. People who want to search for the new names and new domain, they can do that. So these are the things in the handout. Now let me start with this thing and be very clear about it, what I'm going to show. I hope all of you understand that the latest regulation which has come on this July 2020 regulation, that is related to the amendment. Please understand, amendment. So let me first open my regulation. Okay, that is going to be very important for all of you. So I am putting it full screen, and I will go back to okay. You see, the first thing you have to read out here, that this is a 3rd July regulation. Okay, 3rd July regulation. I hope the size is okay. Everybody is able to see it properly. I can make it little bigger. So let it be bigger. So you must have the printout or a downloaded option of this letter, this regulation, so that you can take reference. So what I'm going to do is I will spend 10 minutes on reading this regulation key highlights so that we could be able to justify our presentation. So first thing is that this is an amendment. So read this line, amendment, in the yellow. So amendment means the regulation was already issued and that regulation is just been amended. What are the amendments? We have to understand. And few of my friends also are telling me sometimes when I'm talking to them these days, they are saying, Abhinesh, this is only for investment advisors. Why are you referring this regulation? This is not for MFD. So please, friends, understand, MFD is not regulated by SEBI. So we are guided by MFI guidelines, and in turn, MFI takes all the regulatory empowerment from SEBI. So SEBI will not create any rules directly for MFDs. They will only give instructions in terms of what MFD could do or not do via MFI. So you will not find any regulation for us. But whatever regulation is there for investment advisors, if they have addressed something about MFD in this regulation, we have to follow and understand that. So please don't think that this is only for investment advisor. This is for everybody who is in the sales process of mutual fund or a business of a mutual funds. So now let me go through some good things and key points so that you know that we are going to talk. In this amendment, what they have done is, so let me go through this one. Okay. I hope you are able to see this. Let me make it more clear. Yeah, this is now clear. Okay. Now, what they have done in this amendment, first of all, they have said in the earlier regulation, the asset under advice word shall mean the aggregate net asset value of securities and all the investment products which investment advisor has rendered. So even if you are not a IA, please try to listen this carefully, because maybe you will intend to become IA, or maybe your company will take the IA together with MFD. So you have to understand it from the IA point of view also. So what this regulation is saying, that asset under advice will not only count a mutual fund advice, it will count all the advices and services rendered, or even the customer whom you are guiding. If customer has invested in 50 lakhs property or something else or XYZ, everything will be counted as a as your advisory AUA. Okay, so why this is mentioned here? Because that will help the IA in charging the fees. He will not only, or she will not only charge fees on the mutual fund, but can charge fees on the overall asset under advice. Okay, so that is something. On the second part, which is very important there, is the investment advisors family. Okay, now what they mean by family, whenever you will find written family in the regulation, the family of client means the client, the client's dependent, client's spouse, client's dependent children, and even client's dependent parents. Independent parents are not counted. So say example, there is a rule which is just, I explained you the rule, that husband and wife cannot manage uh, the same client. If husband is a IA and wife is a non IA, means she is a MFD. So in the same family, if they are going to serve their customer, say example, wife is serving the parents who are independent on their own job or on their own pension. So the wife is serving that customer under MFD. So husband can easily serve the person, means the son and the daughter-in-law or their children. So that will not be called the conflict. So I hope you will understand what this clarity will help you. The word dependent is very important here when it comes to client. Now, there is another rule where they have talked about family of an individual investment advisor. So there they are counting the individual advisor himself, the spouse, the children, and parents, whether dependent or non-dependent, both parents, children, whether dependent or not children, all will be counted. So in what form it will be counted? For example, you are doing MFD business and you are an individual. You want your say son to take the code of MFD, and if your son takes the code of MFD, then this family client barred system will apply on both you and the son. Okay, because you are called, you and your son are called the family of investment advisors. So I hope this point is very, very clear. If not, then please note it down. You ask me again, but this is very important to understand what is called the family of client and what is called the family of advisor. So family of advisor, dependent or independent, everywhere it is counted as a family of advisor, and here it is called family of client. Now, I will come later why they have done this, what kind of conflict they want to avoid through this policy. So we will talk about it. Now, thirdly, they have talked about non-individual. What does non-individual means? They are saying any body corporate including limited liability partnership and even a partnership firm. So LLP, private limited, limited and partnership firm all are treated as a non-individual. Now, whenever you form this non-individual firm, they have defined further two terms. One term is called persons associated with investment advice. So who are those? Any member, partner, officer, director, employees, or any sales staff of such investment advisor, including any person occupying a similar status of performing a similar function, irrespective of the nature of association. So it is not only applicable to the directors, but everybody who is involved in this company in the sales process has to adhere with the given regulation or qualification. So that is very important. So explanation, see the explanation. All client facing persons such as sales staff, service relationship manager also, the customer service relationship manager also, client relationship manager also, and by whatever name called shall be deemed to be person associated with the investment advice, and they are called person associated with the advisory firm. Agreed? Of course, this is not applicable to MFD. This I am talking about a non-individual RIA. So this is very important for you to understand. Okay. But a person on a clerical job or office administrative functions, there is no client interface. They are not talking to client. That is very important. They are not talking to clients. So those are the persons who should be given this chance. Okay, they are not required to complete the formalities. I will talk about what are the formalities, but first you understand who is called person associated. Now, there is another word called principal officer. Now, who all are called principal officer? The person, generally managing director, managing partner, chairman, or the board or equivalent management body who is responsible for the overall function of the business and operations of non-individual investment advisor is called the principal officer. Okay. Now, when you understand these two words, then we have to read out this statement, that what are they required to do. So, I will talk about these things in detail, that what all are required to do. But first, let me take you through this one. Sorry. On and from the date of commencement of these regulation, no person while dealing in distribution of security. Now this is for you friends, if you are MFDs joining here today in my session, please understand that while dealing in distribution of securities, shall use the nomenclature, you shall not use the nomenclature independent financial advisor, wealth advisor, or any other similar name, unless you are registered with IA, registered as a IA. So that is a very important line which concerns you. So we are going to talk more on that, of course, but please understand that is not the only topic I am here to deal with. We have to talk everything. We have to understand the regulation. So this is concerning you friends. Yes, of course. But what is important, that MFI issued a clarification on these name issue, and under their clarification, MFI sent a letter to all their MFDs that friend, SEBI has barred us from using independent financial advisor, wealth advisor, or any similar names. So when MFI said that, they clarified it further, that what is the meaning of other similar name. The other similar name here means any name which indicates that you are an advisor. They are not going to disclose you the thousands of directory name. So please friends, lot of people are doing this activity of asking, clarifying to CAMS, to SEBI, to MFI, sir, ye naam chalega, sir, this naam okay, sir, that naam okay. I really think it is not required. It is not required. If you understand logically the point here, which is very, very clear. Say example, you are trying to keep a name and saying it is Abhinesh Financial Consultancy. So You don't have to ask anyone. The word consultancy in itself means wealth advisor as a similar name. So why you want to go into a debate that that CAMS person has said that consultancy chalega, that IDFC people are saying chalega, someone is saying nahi chalega. So no one has directory in their hand. So please don't believe in these things. Apply your own brain, I will suggest, and try to understand. There should not be any advisory indication. The names which has solution, planning, management, consultancy, all these names nahi chalega. Obviously nahi chalega. There are people who are debating with me. Arey Abhinesh, MF has not sent any letter to me. I will not change till when they don't send any letter. Arey, out of 90,000 people, MF is not going to identify each name, study it, and tell you that this is a bad name. Don't expect that, please. They pick things by the keywords. Under the keyword, the main names will be identified, like wealth, which has solution, which has planning, advisor. So they will just pick those keywords and tell you that this is the problem. But they will not be able to point out your name if it has had some hidden meaning. So you please apply your own consciousness. Don't get into debate with regulator. Put your proper name which indicates your business meaning, and your business is, if it is non-advisory, please use a name which indicates that you are a distributor. That is very, very important. Anyways, the second problem here in the name is, people are saying financial services chalega, finserv chalega, bilkul chalega. This is the best name, financial services. But if you are a partnership firm, then it is no problem. If you are a sole proprietary firm, no problem. But if you are a firm with say example private limited, nahi milega aapko. ROC will not give you financial services, not even FinServ, because these names are reserved for NBFCs and other banking services, microfinance companies. So you will not get that. So please don't waste your time in putting name which has got financial planner or FinServ if it is a limited, because in ROC will not be able to find that name. That name is blocked. So that is just an advice. Agar mil jata hai to that is well and good. I will not say, but FinServ, financial services are a reserved names. So anyway, but on a partnership firm, it is not at all a problem because you don't need any registration for that. So you can easily keep such names. Chalo. Then the other important line which I just picked up is regarding the qualification. Here we had received a lot of queries because this says that at individual investment advisor or principal officer of a non-individual investment advisor firm, principal officer of a non-individual advisor firm, which is registered, if they get registered as an investment advisor, then minimum qualification should be postgraduate degree, postgraduate diploma. The diploma which has 2 year, 1 year diploma is not applicable, 2 year. In finance, accountancy, business management, commerce, economics, capital market, banking, other. So, if you are going to become a principal officer, the managing director of a non-individual firm, which is going to work as both MFD and IA, they will have to ensure that the managing director has completed such course. Now, there is a small thin line here which you have to understand. So that line says that the professional qualification or postgraduate degree. So what is professional qualification? Now, if you go by the word, directory, dictionary and other things, BCom is a professional qualification. BCom is a professional qualification. But BA is not a professional qualification. So you have to understand that professional means the profession in which you are involved is a financial profession, and because of that financial profession, BCom can be counted as a professional qualification also. So that will help people who are not having MBA degree or a PG degree, but want to do this IA or take this IA under their firm, so they can hire people who are BCom. Plus, government wants 5-year activity. So that is already available. So most of you will fulfill that. As far as person associated with investment advice is concerned, they say that again a professional qualification same as provided there, and 2 years experience is must. So today now you cannot hire anyone in your company who has not proven certification of 2-year working in financial products or security, because everybody working in your company should have minimum 2 years other than the clerks. uh, Friends, don't get confused. I'm talking currently all about IAs or non-individual firms who has IA or IA and MFD both. So this is what I'm talking. Provided that investment advisors registered in this or on date. So there is a chance they are giving you a time that in case you don't have these qualifications and you are shortfall on something, so don't worry, in the next 3 years you can create this. So in the next 3 years you can create this requirement and further publish and furnish this to SEBI. So that is also possible. So don't worry, if you are today keen to take this IA code and you are not having adequate qualification, so they have given 3 years. So how 3 years will work? A 10 plus 2 person can do the graduation by way of online university or open universities in BCom. Or if you are a graduate, you can do the management. You can take the MBA courses online. So you can become a professional there. Or you can do any professional course which is related to your business, in this financial related professional course. Okay, so this is all done and given you as a provision. Now, an investment advisor or principal officer of a non-individual investment advisor under this regulation at all times should be certified with following sport services. So you see, from NISM they have to be certified all time, no expiry should be there. And from any other organization or institution including FPSB or any recognized stock exchange in India providing same certification which is accredited by NISM. So the certification which you do has to be accredited by NISM, like investment advisory certification is there in NISM, or financial planning board also covers this investment advisory course. So you can take that certification also. So both are applicable for as a qualification furnishment. Now, net worth. What they are saying, ki if you are an IA, uh, so that has something else. So I'm just first of all taking the non-individual IA. So for a non-individual IA who need to really apply for both MFD or IA or only IA under their company name, that non-individual advisor should have a 50 lakhs in their company as a net worth all time. All time. The explanation is given here. The net worth means the aggregate value of paid up share capital, plus you can add all the free reserves which is included in the system. Free reserves may be in the form of fixed deposits or investments in your mutual funds or something. The free reserve has to be there, and that has to be reduced by the aggregate value of losses. If there is any loss which has accumulated over a period of 5 years, 3 years, and you have to reduce that. And uh, any expenditure which you have not yet written off has to be deferred. You have to include miscellaneous expenses which have not yet been written off, and net worth required for other services offered by advisors in accordance with the applicable rules. So if, say example, you have some any other services which requires 10 lakhs of net worth, so you have to exclude that, because that 10 lakhs you have to keep there for them. So all those services has to be excluded, and then finally you have to make your net worth. So that is something which your chartered accountant can help. And for individual advisors, you need 5 lakh rupees. Okay, and plus there is a problem with individual advisor. Of course, they cannot manage more than 150 customers. So I really wonder why anyone will take individual advisor. But still, so then comes fees. Investment advisor, whether individual or non-individual, shall be entitled to charge fees for providing investment advice from a client in the manner as specified by the board. Now, what has the board approved? The board has said that you will only charge fees, but fees on transaction. You can charge fees for suggestions. You can charge fees for planning, charge fees for portfolio management, complete paper management, but you cannot charge fees for transactions. You can only choose to give that transaction to MFDs. If you have a department of MFD in the same company, so what you could do is you can tell the customer that please, I'm sorry, I want you to work through my MFD company. They give incidental advices. Please forgive me. So that person will go there. But if in a MFD you have any customer who is demanding lot of planning, system, boards, suggestion, every time rebalancing and lot many other things, so you have to then uh, leave that commission grid and tell them, the client, to go to your IA division. So anyway, an IA division can do both direct and non-regular, both. They have got option. So if a IA division is execute giving the advice and want that customer should transact in his own firm, should not go out, then he has to choose direct plan only. Say example, my company name is ABC Limited, and you came to my place, I gave you all advices and even didn't charge. I didn't charge you anything. But there are a lot of my distributor friends who are asking this question to me, Abhinesh, if I will advise from one department and invest from another department, so what is the problem with SEBI? SEBI has already allowed it. No, SEBI has clearly said a same customer cannot be on the both side. Even if you have not charged fees, that customer is your customer because you have given the advice. So if you have given written advice, you have printed his worksheet, financial plan, goals, he has become your client. So in order to remove the conflict of interest, you have to send that client to some other MFD if you want. Otherwise, you transact in direct plan. That is the only option. We will talk more on this. Uh, they have to keep copies of agreement with every client. They have to incorporate the terms, condition. All these things SEBI has issued in their separate rules mechanism. Every IA or a non-individual IA and MFD firm have to really adhere with that. When I'm saying non-individual IA and MFD means who has both IA and MFD. I'm not talking about non-individual MFDs. Non-individual MFDs are free from all these regulations, just like before also. But in case a non-individual MFD becomes or takes the RIA under the same company, they have to follow all these regulations. Now, when it comes to client level segregation of advisory and distribution for a non-individual, so individual advisor to kar hi nahi sakta. They have a huge problem. They if they in across their family members also cannot do. See, if I'm serving Mr. Verma, my wife, my children, my parents, no one can serve Mr. Verma if they are distributors. If I am a IA for one person, my family cannot become MFD for that person. So that is very important line which I start quoted in the beginning, and there they have very clear meaning of client level segregation, that even dependent members, all the dependent and independent, anybody cannot be dealt. So that is very important. So sorry, only dependent members. So if my parent is working, Mr. Verma's parent is working. So if I am serving Mr. Verma, Mr. Verma's parent can work with my wife if she is an MFD. So only dependent and spouse. Those are the person who are barred from taking dual services. A non-individual advisor shall have client level segregation across the group. So, for example, my company name is ABC Private Limited, and I have another firm called B Private Limited and another firm called C Private Limited. So, if I am serving Mr. Sharma under distribution model, none of my firm can serve Mr. Verma under IA model. None of my firms or any firm where I have a stake or I am associated with. So that will become a conflict of interest. Okay. So that is very sure. You don't have, you should not have any stake, even the stake in any other company or a group level. So that is very important. Why SEBI has done that? Because they believe that you will advise only such a scheme where you are going to get huge commission. So they are saying that there will be conflict of interest. You will only recommend products which you are getting benefited. So they are saying no, you cannot do both under one umbrella. So that is the basic thing. Now, when it comes to advisory fee is not only for mutual fund. Any kind of advisory fee if you receive from a customer, say example, there is a customer in your MFD division who is investing everything and you charge 10,000 for making a will. No, you cannot do that, because once you charge a fees for any of your services, distribution services, you will be then having that problem. So advisory fee in any form, if collected from the client, you cannot serve this client under your distribution firm. Under distribution firm, you have no limitation. You can sell anything. Whichever thing you sell, you should earn only commission or a referral fees. You cannot charge fees under MFD. Under IA, you cannot charge commission. You can charge fees. So that's the basic distinction through which they have done all these. And we are through with this reading of your thing. So I clarified everything which was important for you, and let me go to the important area. Now, investment advisor, who is an individual investment advisor or a non-individual investment advisor, if they want to provide implementation services, they don't want to give it to any distribution. For example, you are Mr. Agarwal, you are an investment advisor, and your friend is Mr. Verma, he is a MFD. So you can recommend your clients and then tell them to go and invest with Mr. Verma, but you cannot charge commission from Mr. Verma for this favor. You have to make your money only from the client. You cannot make money by the fees for sending Mr. Verma. But vice versa, if you are a MFD and your name is Mr. Verma, you have a client who is seeking an advice. So you can ask that client that, okay, you go to Mr. Agarwal, pay some fees, get the plan made, and come back to me. That is possible. So that way people can collect or ask their investor to collect the advice and come to them. But this is not a practical situation. Why will a person come to you for a higher commission or a higher charges if he is getting the same service there which SEBI has allowed? SEBI has said that if you are an investment advisor, you charge fees for the services and then you can sell direct plan under your code. No need to send anyone, only direct plan. So most of the IA will either do that, and why will they send a customer to MFD? I really don't know. But anyway, so these are the scenarios which will get developed. I hope you are very clear about all these things which I just explained. And there are few other clarification in the code. Let me just check if there is any important line I'm missing. Implementation and advice. Good. So chalo. So this part is over, friends, and let me just close this part for my another session. Let me see if it is available. Just a second. Yeah. So let me close this also. and come back to my session. I hope it is clear to the point, and what I discussed it very, very slowly for all the understanding. So, what I have done now in next 4 or 5 slides, I have tried to play it just like a game. So it's not any reference of anything. I tried to simulate and compare this Indian mutual fund industry with something different, so that you can decide and understand what exactly is going to happen. See, today you have too many choices. Choice number one is to fight, is to cry, is to show your anger through association, through letters, through everything. But please, friends, believe me, regulator has nothing to do with these things. We have to respect regulatory frameworks. We have to respect the regulatory changes and take positive steps to adopt it instead of cribbing about it, because you have no powers to do that. A regulator has a proven record that they do everything in the interest of the customer. That is their one key objective. They are not formed for to safeguard your interest and our interest. So it sounds cruel, but we have to find our way, because customer is the king. Customer has to decide and understand what suits them, what is good for them. So today, as I said in my previous session, also before this regulation, also, if someone is watching me repeated, they understand that I always used to share this line, that what is our role? Our role is not advisory. Since last 3 5 years, I am telling to all Finsis users that you are not advisor. Forget about it. Don't spend your time and money in buying good research. There are a lot of big groups who has left our softwares just saying that, Abhinesh ji, your software is not good because it do not give research. I am buying XYZ software because it has research features. It is not required. I always used to tell them this is a bad feature. The distributor who are in this business has to understand that they can only save their value of a motivator. They have to be acting as a motivator. They can sell their value as an incidental advisor. If they are a good incidental advisor, they don't let their customer do the wrong things. They don't let them just buy the wrong things. Do a proper suitability match and have a process to protect their customer from going into wrong thing. That will put them at a edge. So you don't need to produce good research. You don't need to produce good plan. You don't need to give them a good comprehensive 20 paper financial planning thing. It is not required. This is just a, and I don't know how to debate about it, but people will accept it sooner or later that that is not required. Who the hell writes a diary about their financial planning? I have never seen anyone. I have never seen in my life. They start with a full josh, but they end up in, अरे यार तुम ही देख लेना, you only tell me what to do. Who keeps a note? लोगों को इस कंट्री में अपना इंश्योरेंस याद नहीं रहता. People don't even remember their insurance premium date, and you expect them to remember their goal approaching and goal dates. People in this country don't remember their what you call passport renewal date, and you expect them to remember all these things. So they need a person who can give them a good reminder, who can give them and track them the jobs to do, the to do task. You have to act as their bookkeeper, you have to act as their file maintenance person, you have to act as their nomination and other things are placed in proper manner. You have to act as a person, as a clerk to all their professional and uh, jobs related to investments. You have to act as a motivator, you have to act as an incidental advisor, you have to ensure that suitability match is done well. So there is hundreds of things which you can do. So don't get discouraged, my MFD friends. It is not only advisory on the basis of which you are doing the business. Forget about it. Forget about it. Let's do business on the basis of things which are there. Only thing, you have to understand its power. You have to understand how to position it in terms of your customers. Don't get confused with different tweaks and features coming from different direction. And on the open forum, I am telling you this, friends, none of the mutual fund companies and the manufacturers are coming here to support us. And that is a bit um, a very wrong, disturbing thing which is coming to me as a critics. I can say they should have come out with a plan, not today. They would have come out with the plan for the last 1 year back. They should have given us the tools and system and processes which should be done. But unfortunately, all these jobs are to be done by this. I salute all the vendors and software vendor companies across India. There are a lot of people who are doing good educative jobs. They are training, they are conducting sessions, they are doing, I respect them a lot. What? Why they are bothered to all this? For a pity money? No, they are passionate about their fraternity. They wanted to change people. They wanted to help them and guide them to take right step. But unfortunately, mutual fund companies, they are just talking and not coming about a concrete plan with the MF for the MFDs. I again through this webinar appeal to them, friends, please don't confuse our audience. Give them a concrete plan on how to do and do. Anyway, friend, let me take this forward. And when I'm talking this, my anger is also there with the system, but then I have to explain you as a friend and understand and adopt this whole process. So what I've done a comparison of mutual fund ecosystem with a medical ecosystem to make you understand what has all happened, where we are sitting, and what all things you need to take forward. I hope I am clear. I'm taking a pause here to start this session. So when I'm going ahead, a small disclaimer, as I said, it is all my personal view and my part of my blog. So no one can challenge it. No debate accepted here because it is my version. I am not the king. I am not the best person, may not be the most learned one. So please ignore and don't take it as any ego issue, or I can say offensive. Just if you don't like my points, forget it. That's all. It's a private circulation for my Finsis friends and software users so that they take the right step. And I am doing my duty through this webinar. So that is my disclaimer. I hope no challenges will come on my discussion. Now, medical ecosystem. As I said, let's understand. If you compare your things with the medical ecosystem, individual MFDs, I hope you are now clear that our industry is clearly divided. SEBI has given this clear demarcation that there are two things. One is called individual and another is called non-individual. So all topic today have now been divided for individual and non-individual. Non-individual is private limited, limited, LLP, partnership. All other things come under individual. So clear-cut demarcation is there. Now, let's understand this ecosystem where they say medical shop is the individual MFD. I always use this simulation in my previous sessions also, that medical shop and MFDs have the same representation. If you really see that individual MFDs, like an individual MFD, if someone comes to your office and says, yeah, in a medical shop, someone comes to your shop and says, give me cyanide or give me phenyl, what will you do? Will you give the phenyl directly? Because you are a concerned MFD, you have to give incidental advice. What incidental advice? Hey, sir, phenyl is dangerous. Are you going to drink it? Customer will say, no, I'm going to just use it for floor. Oh, that's why, sir. Now you can take it. So can you just sign a suitability form? Sir, it is not suitable to be drinking. It can be used at a floor. He will sign it and say, okay, great. So that suitability signature, unsuitability signature or a suitability signature makes him eligible to buy things from you. So what process you need to adopt in your overall system and ecosystem is that a customer, if comes without a prescription, because 99% of the customer will come to the individual MFD without a prescription. And if they come without a prescription, you have to prepare instant prescription. That is called suitability match, and that is allowed by SEBI. So that is called incidental advice. Now, if you look at, most of you have ordered medicine online, I hope. If you have not, try it once. Once you put the medicine name and list in the app, it will ask you, who has advised you? Is there any prescription? You will say, sorry, I have no prescription. So what they will do, they will immediately arrange a call. A doctor will call you, and the doctor will ask, hey, what are you looking at? What is the problem? You will say the problem. The doctor will prepare a prescription according to the problem and upload in your app. And finally, then that medicine comes to you. So in the medical ecosystem, it is very, very restricted now on the online palette, at least. From the offline shop, generally medicine shop wala de deta hai aapko dawai, he generally deliver it, but slowly and steadily they are also becoming strict. They ask the prescription or they prepare the fake prescription for their own records. But in our business, the same thing will appear. If a customer will come, you have that incidental advice tool with you, which will act as a immediate prescription. That prescription, if is not fulfilling customer's demand, then he may ask you to help for a better prescription, which is called an advisory prescription. For that, you may have a tie-up with any IA firm or a IA friend of yours who has this prescription issuing power. You take the prescription for your client from here and apply it in the terms of transaction to be there. Okay, so that is the same story. You have to understand, that's the way our ecosystem is going to change in next 5 months, 6 months, 1 year. Either you do your own incidental suitability match. If you are equipped into it, you have to learn that. Friends, don't mind. You have to learn that. There will be good session from our side also, and from regulatory point of view also. I will explain in my webinar how to do a suitability match. That is different than risk profiling. The suitability match is the new word, and we have to learn that suitability match process. Then you have to learn how that suitability match will become or get converted into order, and how that order is finally get converted into a transaction. So that journey of suitability match to order and order to transaction is something which you need to learn. Okay, so that is going to be your challenge. So please don't mind, don't worry, learn this. Spend your time, because this is your business. You have to ensure that at this point of time, when you have built so much for yourself, you will not just let it go for any small change in the regulation. So be strong, learn this process, adopt this process in your digital ecosystem, in your website, in your app, in your processes, in your software. It should be very, very simple and smooth. We at Finsis are doing it for sure. So don't worry, all my Finsis users, please wait. We have enough time for it to do, but we are trying to make it in within 15-30 days. Meanwhile, you understand that who you are, and once you understood that you are a medical shop, by attitude, you have to identify what value a medical shop adds, what value you can add. Now, second is a doctor. Who is the doctor? They have defined IA as a doctor. A doctor in a medical world can write the prescription, but he cannot sell a medicine from his counter. You know, that's restricted. In a medicine shop, whosoever knows medical world, a doctor cannot issue or sell a medicine from his counter. He is not allowed to put a medicine shop also in his clinic. A doctor is not allowed. He can at the most send you directly to the company website from where the medicine can be bought. So that is there. Similarly, in the IA case, if it is an individual IA, he can just recommend you the products, and if you want the product from him only, you will say, no, Dr. Saab, now where can I go? please you only give me the medicine. So doctor will say, okay, okay, let me just give it to you. So he can give you the medicine, but only the direct plans. He can give you the direct plans immediately. So he can become the executor, but on a direct plan. The third one is a nursing home. Nursing home is equipped with different department. One is the doctor, another is a medical shop. So nursing home will have a medical and a um, the doctor also. So he will have both person in the same campus, and that's why that we call non-individual IAs or MFDs. So non-individual IA plus MFD combination is the most feasible combination which people are going to take in next 1 year. I predict myself 3 year, not 1 year. In next 3 year, there will be 70% of this combination. Again, note it down anywhere in your diary. I am ready to challenge it. That's the growth you will see. That this is called hybrid model. And if you have heard today the news of India Infoline, they have taken MFD under India Infoline today. If you heard about Economic Times, they have applied for MFD yesterday. So everybody today, all the best, Paytm has applied for MFD. So if you look for their numbers and things, all IA, non-individual IA, they will certainly apply for MFD. Why will they leave it? They have all the infrastructure, they have got the hospital, they have got the best of the technology, they have everything. Why will not they have even invested the net worth? So they only have to put a separate place which is called MFD. That is a medical shop. They have to open a medical shop in their campus. That's all. And they will certainly do it. Now, as far as individual, non-individual MFDs are concerned, they may not be able to do that in the same manner, but they should do it. Why? If they fulfill the qualification and if they fulfill the net worth, I advise all my MFD friends, go for IA if you fulfill all these, because that combination, who knows, maybe you don't sell doctors, you don't earn from doctors, you earn from medical only, shop only. It is your choice. So when government is allowing you, regulator is allowing to have both, why will you waste this opportunity? That is my question. So everybody who is a non-individual and qualifies the criteria should become a nursing home. Don't just remain a medical shop. Chalo. So this is the advice through which I am, as in my disclaimer also I said, it is all your logical understanding, way forward, because the topic was way forward. So I have to talk about what is the best way forward. You have to be visionary from here. Instead of fighting with your anger and reactions, you should really think positively what is way forward. And those who are non-individual, means either a medical shop or a doctor, they don't have to think about anything. Okay, it's correct. Just increase the depth in your business and try to sustain it and make it bigger and bigger. So in any way, the worst lot here is the individual advisor. This is the worst lot because they have been restricted that 150 is the maximum customer you can handle. So these kind of people are really in a big trouble. So I believe it's almost the end of the road for individual IAs, and they will certainly either surrender their IAship and become distributor. So that is a huge uh, thing which we will get to see. Or maybe they will enhance their net worth qualification and system, become a non-individual. So these are the people, this in between, the people who is in this central part, which is doctor, they are the only troublesome people. Chalo, anyway. So let me just take it forward again. And individual MFD, as you know, medical shop, they can sell on order only. They have to have a individual. So those who are individual MFDs now going to work as an individual MFD, please listen carefully. What all you have to follow? You have to ensure that every sale in your company should have an order. If there is no order form, there has to be order. Without order, if you generally people do na, they send a AMC link to the investor. They talk on phone and send the AMC link. Not done, not done. It will not happen because that becomes suggestion. If a customer is being sent a link to invest, you should have an order copy before that, because that will be not compliant with the regulation. If you are sending a link to a customer, that means you are giving a suggestion. Now, if a customer creates the link himself from your mobile application or a website with a small verification that he is doing it on his own, that is an order. That is an order. That has no problem in compliance because the customer has done. But your system should be able to capture these details and produce at the time of audit that this is done by the customer himself. This is done by me on the basis of his order. This is done by me on the basis of suitability match. So there could be three things. One, as I said, is the order. Another I said is can be suitability match, which the customer confirms. So it's the match, suitability match. And third could be customer selecting on his own. Customer selecting as his own and saying that I understand the risk and I am ready to invest. So all these three model will have to be part of your website and app so that there should be no compliance problem. So we are at Finsis are making it. Don't worry. Again, I am saying don't worry. We are there. We know and we understand this. But in case you are doing it in your office, in your among your staff, please train them. With effect from 1st of October, they should capture an order for every investment. Don't take it easy, friends. It is going to be serious issue over a period of time. Second thing, understand that only sale on prescription, and prescriptions are these three. Client himself says he has given you the order or the suitability match which you have done as an incidental advice. As an incidental advice, you can do everything, means you can get the suitability match and suggest him the asset allocation and other things. So that under that incidental advice, this suitability match calculator will work for you. So that is sale important. And the third is the receipt is must. You must issue a receipt and send to the customer. Just like in a medical shop, if you sell something, a customer claims that this was a fake medicine or a wrong medicine or something, you have to verify it and endorse it with the help of receipt. So there has to be receipt. If you deposit application in registrar, there has to be registrar receipt. If you transact it on online platform, you should have online platform receipt. All those receipts has to be attached with the order form every day in your file, and that file has to be kept for 3 years as a record of audit. Now, individual MFD has to do few other things. They can play a single role, as I said. They cannot play a advisor role, and IA cannot play MFD role. Can I have an IA in family? Yes, as I said in a question answer round. Yes, an IA can have a family of or a family member as MFD, and MFD has a family member IA, but client cannot be common, nor the client group can be common. You cannot advise, so be very careful. Whatever methods are called directly or indirectly suggestion, you have to avoid such things. As an IA and a doctor, you can advise, you can plan, you can have MFD in the family, but you have a limit of 150 clients. So this is the most happy lot today. Non-individual IA, they can be a hybrid model, they can be a nursing home, they can be a hospital. If you relate your non-individual IA with nursing home hospital, they are the most flourishing lot. My prediction, my own thought of this business as a business coach, I can tell you, this is the business which will survive. And this business needs money because 50 lakh is the net worth. This business needs serious investments because this investment is going to be in your top employees. All employee has to be PG, professionally qualified. Other than the clerks, all person has to be 2-year experience. So you have to be very careful in making this company. But once you make it, this will become really a big growth potential for you. You can, as you will get freedom to serve as both, you can think that which client and which family client is a chargeable client where I can make money, and which are the clients which are the retail customers whom I should not charge but rather earn commissions. There should be no conflict of interest. That is very clear, means the same firm cannot advise a customer and tell him to buy the medicine from my wife or my family. So that is called conflict. So you cannot do the conflict of interest. So no client limit. Way forward, choose your own line of action. My name is Abhinesh Kumar. As I said, I'm a business coach here. In my previous session, uh, only one person wrote a feedback as a negative feedback, and he said that you are not suggesting, you are getting a benefit of the opportunity. So you people are trying to make money and not guiding us to the help. So I'm really sorry. I will not take name here, but to that person, he has joined today also. Again, I have seen. So, sir, your comment was read freely and with a positive note. But please believe me, I'm here to make money. Obviously, that is my business, but not by this moment. So I can honestly tell you, this time I'm only able to help you as a guide, as a help, as a friend. It is all upon you to choose your line of action. Great. So with that, I'm ending what we are doing at Finsis because that is important. My clients who has attended today the session, just to give them confidence that the domain changes, you have to search the domain. I've given you the link for domain search in your handouts. You search it. If you find it, send us email at admin@armfintech, or you know better what to do. You just send it that please buy this domain and make my changes. We will do that, and we'll explain you the next year billing things. Brand changes. We are making all the brand changes for Finsis 360 clients free. We are not going to charge anything. But yes, if you want us to change the logo, of course, we will charge for making a logo, which is a professional charge, and we will charge 2,000, 2,100 is the approx cost. We will charge it. But otherwise, for making changes in the website, which is required as per the regulatory norms, we are doing it from our own end. Don't worry, you don't bother. As a step, what we are going to do is from Monday, we will make all our websites with a coming soon feature and temporarily not in service, but we will put a place where customer can click and watch their portfolio. So that change we are doing from the Monday. Your site will say that if you are coming here for the portfolio, please watch it from here, but otherwise website content is down for few days. And at the bottom, we are going to give your contact details so that people can call you and talk to you. So meanwhile, till when your changes are being done, we are going with this front end banner change. Okay. CRM changes both in Finsis and in the app. There are few requirements like risk profiler is going to become the suitability match. So we are changing the risk profiler process, and the order process is also going to change, where earlier you were sending links to your customer. It will go in the similar manner, but there will be a order form verification process, and that will just be one interference which customer has to click, and then they will get the link automatically. So that is the process we are creating in both CRM and apps. So I hope that will work, and learn more and post your queries. These are the places where you can learn more. This is my blog which I am writing today. This whole session will be posted in blog with some more clarification. So please add this in your bookmark, FinCademy. And this is the blog written by me only. The second one is the help.armfintech.com, which is a company FAQ center. My company FAQ for all frequently asked questions are there related to a product, pricing, things and all. This is help.armfintech. And you can take the screenshot of this page if you are on a app or somewhere. We have a YouTube channel also. Lot many videos are there of your interest related to digital marketing and other technological terms. So you can easily watch them. So with that, I hope you have noted these down. I am putting this end of the session from my side, taking the questions one by one. And I again say you sorry for this being so lengthy a session. It is more than an hour, but this is the demand of the day. I believe that today this 1 hour is more important for all of us, because we have to be clear, taking the right step towards our things. So hope you will not mind session being so long. So I am now taking the questions one by one. If you want to remain here and listen to others people question and answers, please be here. And if you want to leave the session, it is all your choice. But I am starting with my question answer. Okay. So let me just take that first. Okay, so JPG is here, and JPG, you are saying, can we use words like FinServ? As I said, JPG, if you are a private partnership firm, no issues. But if you are a private limited firm and using FinServ or financial services, I am sure you will not get it. You will not get it because ROC has blocked these names for NBFCs. Otherwise, there is no problem from SEBI side, but you will not get these names automatically. So please note this. What are the documents required to submit to CAMS MFI for name change along with forms? So I hope you have noted my blog, JPG. Blog name is fincademy.com. Please refer the last post, step to step guide. You will find all the forms there. The PDFs are there. The documents required are there. So if it is still not helpful, please write to me. I will help you. Pankaj ji, HUF non-individual or individual? They have not included HUF in non-individual, sir. They have excluded HUF from non-individual. So if you see the regulation, they have counted LLP, partnership firm, and private limited firm and limited firm. So please you can refer the regulation again where they have mentioned who all are non-individual. Okay. Amit ji, HUF is a non-individual entity. Okay, Amit ji, it is a non-individual entity, but for the purpose of counting as a non-individual or individual, they have not counted this. So let me show you once again. If you have any problem here, we can, as I said, there is no debate. If things are not in your line and my line, so Amit ji has written it is a non-individual, so there may be the confusion. So in order to remove that confusion, I am going to just quickly read it out for you. So let me just show you that. This is the SEBI, and let me share the screen because this is the purpose. We are here and I have conducted this meeting. So let's not leave this point. Let's clarify it. Great. So this is the thing. Now let me open my PDF. Under the PDF, it is, I have downloaded it in Kindle. So let me open my Kindle. Just a second. Chalo, it's opening till when I am taking another question. But yeah, Amit ji, there is a question. Yeah, it has now opened. So great. Maybe some problem in Kindle. Great. So let's understand this point, family of non-individual and non-individuals. So an individual, hmm, Okay, see, Abhijit, can you see this? And other people also, they have clarified in there that non-individual means a body corporate, including a limited liability person and a partnership. That's all. They have not given any etc. or others. So please be very clear about this, because I am not regulator. I'm just interpreting the regulations. So please be very careful while taking any decision. So that's why I spent so much of time, Amitji, in just showing it. Sorry. So I don't believe currently that they have included HUF. Can MFD use certified financial planner if is he registered under FPSB? Uh, for what, sir, Praveenji? For taking IA? You are saying for taking IA? So for taking IA, if they are registered under FPSB is not enough. If FPSB has a NISM course, then only it is possible. So CFP they have not counted as a certificate for qualification. They want you to do NISM certified course. So CFP is not counted in the regulation. Personal financial advisor, can this be used? No. How will Jyotiji, how will it be used? Personal financial advisor cannot be used because it has got an advisor word here. So there is no question. It can be only used when it is a non-individual RIA or a RI or a MFD hybrid model. There you can use it freely. But if you are a MFD, you cannot use this word. If registered with the board as investment advisor, then what status? What's the status? It's this, as they said in your SEBI regulation, whether you are a part of any board which is an investment advisor, even if you are a associated person there, then in your own company which is MFD, it will be not, it will, you will be barred from there. So as a person, associate, subsidiary, no one can act in a different capacity at somewhere else. So that is very important. Sumit Agarwal ji, after change of all, how we marketing and why client come and invest? Yes, that is a very nice question. And Sumit ji, I addressed it. I hope you listened to the, and you were there in the session because you have asked it 1 hour ago. And I think I have covered it very, very clearly that we have to distinct ourselves by way of the features which were ours. And I had been saying it for the last 2, 3 years regularly that our USP should not be advisory. Our USP should be motivation, incidental advice, taking care of you, hand holding, execution safety, data privacy, and there can be n number of things. Let's design it. Let's identify your USP. It's not that today they have taken our their the USP from us. It's not that SEBI has not taken anything from us. The only thing they have taken from us is advisory. Forget about it. Forget about it. CFP, is it a financial degree? No. CFP is a professional degree. Yeah, it's a professional degree. But professionally, they are saying minimum 2 years course is only counted for that. So if you're taking, say example, a BCom, so that is a 3 year course, BCom. So they count it as a professional degree. But if you talk about CFP, it is a certification. I don't think it is a degree or diploma. So it is just a certification. Name clause for individual and partnership firm. Yeah, I explained Sudhanshuji very clear that individual and partnership firm can have the same rules and regulation which is there applied for everybody. They cannot use the name. Individual can anyway, it is their name. Their name can be, they cannot change their name for severe regulation. If there is a name of a person from birth, Mr. Advisor, so the SEBI cannot change that because it is your hereditary name. So there is no controversy on individual names. It is only a talk about partnership firm, or there are sole proprietor firm also who have registered in the name of sole proprietor, single individual, but they have branded themselves as a company. So this applies to them also. They have also to change their branding name, signboard, your email address, your domain name. Everything has to be changed. You have to do lot many changes. MFD can get commission for will planning from will making firm. Yeah, that you can take. That is a very nice question, Praveen Kumarji. If you go through the regulation, it allows you to take referral commission in from anybody. Anybody. Even you can take referral commission from a IA, that I have referred your client, you will make money. Please give me some money. IA can give you that. So you can take referral commission from anybody, from PMS, from portfolio management manager, from a research company for sending tips, for a trading firm, from a fixed deposit company, everywhere. So whatever you wish, but it should not be the client fees. It should be referral commission, which is paid from the manufacturer. You cannot take anything from the customer. Can a CFP charge? No, sir. CFP, they have not recognized, Adas ji. They have said that is the setback to the industry. There are lot many people who did lot many study with CFPs. They have just not recognized it. They have said that CFP is not a certification which qualifies you for charging fees or becoming IA. So they are saying if you are CFP, you act as MFD. I have no objection, but if you want to become IA and charge fees, then you have to qualify for the latest regulations and qualifications. No, even if as a MFD, you cannot charge financial plan even if you have a CFP. CFP degree do not allows you certification to create a plan. If you are MFD, you cannot create a plan. You will be in trouble. Is the regulator recognize BCom as a yes? Yes. Regulator recognize BCom as a professional. Not only this regulator, worldwide, Bachelor of Commerce, honors degree, and even BCom pass is recognized as a professional course for financial industry. It is not a professional course for a medical industry. So please try to understand. BSc can be treated as a professional course, BSc botany, BSc zoology, or BSc science for medical science, medical field. For financial field, BCom is a professional degree. For a arts field, BA is a professional degree, professional course. So don't worry about it. In any ways, if there will be challenge, I don't believe there is challenge. If there will be any challenge, we'll talk about it. But I have asked, referred the regulators processes, there it is allowed. MBA degree holder can apply for IA. MBA is non-finance background. That they are not mattered. They are not saying finance. You see, first believe me, they don't believe that IA investment advisory requires a finance background. What they are saying is you should be professional to handle numbers, papers, money, things and all. So they believe that the qualification should be of a higher standard. So that is their point. So along with the certification, they require the degree of such high education, so that you manage this business with senses. So that is what they are aiming at. They don't want, they believe that people who are not academically qualified, they may do mistakes in handling money, they may do mischievous activity and many other things. So that's what their belief. You cannot debate them. Experience for RIA need to be in MF equity only or in any financial products including bank products and all. They are not saying for any particular product. Once you make a RIA company, then you require this qualification. After becoming RIA, you sell anything. They don't say, there is no such form, Bhaskaranji, where you write, hey, I want to become RIA, but I will only sell MF. Please allow me. I have no degree. So they will say, no, that is not. So while becoming RIA, they don't ask you what you are going to sell. Once you become RIA, you can sell anything on fees. You can sell arbitration, you can sell property, you can sell real what you call gold, whatever you wish you sell. So there is no, this question is not valid here. For a RIA, you need to have qualification and experience as required. So after what you do, your CFPs are then doctor, as we have said. No, sir, CFPs are not doctor, because CFP degree is not recognized in this SEBI regulation. That is the setback. That is a setback. You have to fight either with this. Regulators are being written by CFP companies and others that, please, sir, why you avoided us? and why you are not treating as a doctor? They are saying, no, I don't recognize CFP as a doctor or anything. CFP is, if CFP is there, then registered as a IA. I am not saying you cannot become doctor. So Jyoti ji, they are not saying that CFP cannot become doctor. They are saying, please register as a IA. You cannot say, hey sir, I have CFP, let me work as a MFD and let me create the plans. They will say, no, 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 no. You have one choice. You have one choice. You believe that you are advisor because you have done CFP. So why not you become IA and qualify for all the details which I have asked for, and apply your CFP knowledge there? Who is stopping you? Who is stopping you? Ashish sir, will the restrictions of MFD apply to insurance and other products also? What restrictions? Yeah, if you are taking insurance risk advisory fees, say example, your company has both IA and MFD. Your company name is ABC Limited. So ABC Limited, if charges a customer, say 2,000 rupees per month for maintaining his whole finances, whole finances, loans, insurance, gold loan, etc., property. So if they are charging that fees, then it's over. None of the business can be done there on the mutual fund business, there in the MFD code. But if you have charged a customer for an insurance and you want to do that insurance under IRDA code and to earn commission, so that is a very, very remote case. Who the hell will give you advisory fees also and allow you to do insurance in an accord? So people generally will do that. It is not under SEBI purview. It is not under SEBI purview. But if you earn even a zero commission, even a 1 rupee commission from any other product in a IA code, your code will be under scrutiny. So as a IA, you can only earn fees, no commissions. As a MFD, you can only earn commission, no fees. So there is no confusion. Ashish ji, no confusion. How will you earn both fees and commission under the same system? You cannot earn. So you sell insurance freely if you want under MFD. Then that client, the client from where you earned commission in insurance, you cannot send that client to the IA division. The client level differentiation has to be there. Fee or commission. Fee or commission. Just understand that. Ravinji, can I charge fee for IAP or financial coaching even if I am MFD? Yes, you can charge that fee, not from client. Not from client. You can earn this as your professional income. You present IAP for an organization. That organization pays you for Thanksgiving. You teach in a college or university as a part-time. That is your earning. But you cannot charge for IAP from your customers, because any customer who even pays you 100 rupees for any of your services and it comes into record, then you are going to serve that customer under IA, not MFD. So that you have to, as I have CFP qualification. Yes, you have CFP qualification, very nice, but you become a teacher, you teach and earn, not from customers. As I am saying, you have to earn this money from organization, institutions, societies, people who are taking and availing your this thing. Otherwise you give free training. If they're attracted from the training, they can come to your MFD business. That you are allowed to do. So why you want to charge commission, earn fees from CFP? You earn from your knowledge. And that's what I was saying earlier, that make yourself, you all MFDs friends, please listen to me carefully. You have to become a teacher. You have to become a motivator. You have to act as a psychologist, because you are going to earn money, and people will only stick with you for a transaction if they are going to get added value. And the value is not advisory. Forget about it. So the value lies in the services, hand holding, your speech, your education, your motivation, your suitability calculator, your easy to use mobile application, your one click purchase transaction platforms. So these are going to be the features and value additions. You have to spend your time and money and energy in creating these values visible to the world. Please, if you are not able to prove this world that why you are valuable, this world will move to a free source, which is a zero fee source. So we have to really, it is a tough time but not a difficult impossible time. We have to remodel our attitude, we have to remodel our choices. That's what I'm speaking in my speech again and again. SEBI fees for non-individuals are 5 lakhs every 5 year. I don't know, but I don't think every 5 year. It is a one-time fee. They should not charge 5 years every 5 lakhs every year. So there is Nagarajanji. I have not. I will again have to go back to the regulation to check that. But my belief is it is a very hefty amount. They cannot charge 5 lakh every 5 years. So something is misread there. But please clarify on my behalf also. I will also check there. As being partnership firm, can we go with nested well zone or a nested mart? Nested well zone is not allowed, JPG. As I said, even it is a partnership or a public limited or a private limited or a LLP, or even a sole proprietary firm cannot keep this name as their brand name. So well zone is not allowed. Nested mart is the name which you can go with. For the professional support and the updations you are taking in Fences 360, please show the last slides for taking screenshot. Please the blog also. Okay, Jyoti ji, just a second. I am giving it for you on demand so that you can take the screenshot. Don't worry. And thank you, Jyoti ji, for your appreciation and support. Take the screenshot if you're willing to take that, so that I can proceed to the next. Great. So I'm moving ahead, Jyoti ji, and I hope you have taken the screenshot. So let me come back to the questions answer. Hi sir, I am Mayank Finser. My website risk profiler change. What should be the charge? Sir, Mayank sir, please don't worry. If you are a Finsys 360 user, everything will be changed free of cost other than the logo and any additional thing. Logo you have to either supply us, or if you are asking us to make a new logo, you have to pay us 2100. Otherwise, Mayank ji, if you're a Finsys 360 user, nothing has to change. If you're a non-Finsys 360 user, please ask your RM and get converted to a Finsys 360, because we are not making any changes for non-Finsys 360 user. We are just putting their website down. And because that was already defunct from our side, if you remember. So I don't know exactly what is your status, but please don't worry. Just write a mail at admin, it will be done. And we are making it for all, so you don't need to talk to anyone separately for yourself. Just wait till 15th October. We are taking care of all our users, each one. You are getting mails regularly from my side, and please keep a tap on mail from admin at ArmFintech. Don't let it go to junk. If any way your mails are going into junk, please check. Make sure that admin at fintech.com is in your friend list. Is our app down from Monday? Uh, Website we are putting it down. In the app cases, also we are thinking in a board. So tomorrow we'll take the board decision whether we will put it down or we will continue with it and make the changes, because in any change will take time. So we have to decide. For website, we are not putting down. We are putting a banner saying that this website is under change. Okay, Jayji, you have said that please oblige with 1 minute conversation. Don't worry, I will talk 5 minutes, but after the session, I will call you. Can admin check client portfolio and transact in client portfolio? Yes, admin can check client portfolio, transact in client portfolio, but they have to make sure that order is generated and verified by the client. Otherwise, if they do that without client's order generation and order verification, that will be treated as your own advice. Okay, so please be very clear about it. In October month, individual MFD, can I business today without anything or formality? Say order link, say suitability form fill up. In the 1st of October, this rule is applied. If you do these businesses without thing, it is your risk. I have no idea about it, of how they will react, when they will react, how they will check, because we all don't know that how they are going to check this 90 people across India. So, but doing right thing is the right method to really do. Why should we really find loopholes? So Patel Saab, I would say go for the right process. Uh, Only this small thing to adopt order form. What is the big issue here? Just keep a order form in your office. There's a simple order form. I hereby would like to invest in these funds. The scheme name will be suggested by you only. Don't worry. You write the order form on your own and just put a signature from client. Sir, please sign kar do na. कर देगा वो, उसको क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है? पहले भी वो वेयर एवर यू यूज्ड टू से वो लगा देता था, आज भी वही होने वाला है. So only thing change is that there is a record for you. You have to maintain a file every month. Order form should be there, and every order form should have a transaction ID, that with what transaction this order is executed, and the both has to be stapled together. And after a month or 2 months, when file becomes thicker, you have to make a binding of it and put it in your rack. So every regular month to month, you have to ensure that these folders are being maintained properly at your end. So that bookkeeping, that process is a due diligence process which you have to do that. Praveen Kumar Patodia, no, only for writing against name. Only for writing against name. Okay. The chartered wealth manager, writing against name, you can write CFP, but you have to write a comma or mutual fund distributor. Tagline is very important. You have to write a MFD. Chartered wealth manager from AAFM is recognized by NSM. Will it work? If it is recognized by NSM, it will work. So I am not the right person to answer this question. But Samir ji, I can only answer you that if it is recognized by NSM, but in NISM, in this regulation, they have removed this name AAFM. So I hope you are aware about it. So that is very sure. I am just showing you. This is a report they have just sent. Financial services, yeah, FSPB, FSPB, I'm just showing you NISM. They have not included this one, you see. So certificate which they have recognized is that has to be from NISM directly or from any other organization institution, including FPSB. So any other is AFM, any other. So it is included. So okay, the interpretation goes like this: if it is from any other organization or institution where NISM accredited certification has issued, NISM. So if NISM accredited certification is issued, then there is no issues. Also, then how should we be acknowledged by a title which would be unique for the MFD? The title is very simple, Jyotiji, a mutual fund distributor. You have to write a tagline: a trusted mutual fund distributor, a mutual fund distributor, your mutual fund distributor, a MFD, a financial mutual fund transaction point. Whatever you want to write, you write as a tagline clearly that you are a distributor. Can a proprietorship company use FinServ after its name? Proprietorship, partnership, everybody can use it. So SEBI has no objection in name. As I said, it is a problem at ROC end. In ROC, financial services and FinServ is blocked for NBFC, so you will not get that. So that is something which you have to take care. SEBI has no objection in this name. Sir, CFP can write in their card as CFPCM. They can write anything in their card, but in the tagline, you have to add a line, a mutual fund distributor. They don't recognize the CFPCM as a distributor or MFD or something. You try to understand, and the line they have written that your title should be clear, true to label. See, to mutual fund schemes, they have made very strict mandate that your name should be true to label. Similarly, in this system, they have said that it should be a clear name. Clear name. CFP is not a clear name which indicates distribution. So you have to write a mutual fund distributor. Besides, you can write CFP, CM, doctor, engineer, whatever you want to write, but you have to write a tagline saying, I am a mutual fund distributor. Okay, Nagaraj, you're asking BB or BBM? Yes, that will be counted as a professional qualification, just like BCom. I have 1,000 investors, then I need 5 to 7 IA. Why will you need 7 IA, sir? You form a company. If you can establish that capability of arranging 7 IA in a family. Why can't you all get together and make a, because five, in any case, you are going to arrange for a 5 lakh fees and a net worth of 25 lakhs or 10 lakhs for each. So you can easily qualify for 50 lakhs net worth and make all of them as a partners or directors. So only thing, Murugesh ji, try to understand the overall structure. The regulation is not to really stop you from doing business. What they're saying, do the correct and right line of business. Why will you add 7 IA? So that's the same thing you have to ask yourself as a question. Okay. So you don't need to add IA, you have to form a company, become a non-individual firm. That is something. Deepak Barasa, can MFD take service charges from when the name comes MFD, there is no word called charges, sir. तो दीपक जी मैंने आगे पढ़ा ही नहीं, मैं तो यहीं पे कह रहा हूं, जहां शब्द आया MFD, दूसरा उसका दुश्मन शब्द है चार्जेस. कोई चार्ज नहीं ले सकते, कोई चार्ज नहीं सकते, और फॉर एनी अदर सर्विसेज नहीं ले सकते. अगर आपने उससे किसी भी चार्ज लिया, बिल बनाने का, टिकट कटाने का वगैरह, आप टिकट तक भी काटेंगे तो चार्ज नहीं लेंगे, कमीशन लेंगे जिससे टिकट कटवाया है उससे. क्लाइंट से तो आप कुछ चार्ज लेंगे ही नहीं, किसी भी चीज का. यू विल नॉट चार्ज अ सिंगल पेनी. सो प्लीज मेक इट अ वेरी क्लियर मैंडेट थ्रू द सेबी रेगुलेशन, है ना. दैट इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्लैरिफिकेशन. Sudhanshu ji, can an MFD write CFP on his visiting card? Can write 100%, as I just said. आप लिखिए, लेकिन बगल में लिख दीजिए a mutual fund distributor, because CFP is your achievement. Why will you hide your achievement? This is a recognized achievement. SEBI has no objection. You can write CFP, engineer, doctor, manager, MBA, but they want a tagline to be added that I am a mutual fund distributor. Abrar ji is asking, can MFD charge fees from insurance plans? No. Same answer. अबरार साहब, जैसे अभी मैंने दीपक जी को आंसर दिया, वैसे ही आपको दे रहा हूं. MFD शब्द आया कि चार्ज गया. फीस गया. MFD हो तो न चार्ज न फीस, ओनली कमीशन एंड रेफरल कमीशन, नो फीस. कस्टमर से तो आपको कुछ आ ही नहीं सकता. आपको जो आएगा मैन्युफैक्चरर से या उस कंपनी पे जहां से आपको रेफरल फीस मिल रही है. आप कस्टमर से तो कुछ ले ही नहीं सकते. Can a person do insurance business in individual license name and do mutual fund in other financial product as MFD in non-individual name? या बट क्लाइंट प्रॉब्लम है ना. मैं तो यही कह रहा हूं कि आपको जो करना है करिए, लेकिन आप सेम क्लाइंट का ये नहीं होना चाहिए, क्लैश नहीं होना चाहिए. दूसरा, यू आर आस्किंग कि मैं इंश्योरेंस करूं अपने नाम में और म्यूचुअल फंड का करूं नॉन इंडिविजुअल एमएफडी में. ये भी आप कर सकते हैं, कोई इतराज नहीं है सेबी को इससे. आप अपने नाम से एफडी का ले लो, घर का ले लो, जो ले लो, बट सेम क्लाइंट से प्लीज एक ध्यान रखना है. पूरे कहानी में एक ही बात कह रहा हूं, चाहे आपकी फैमिली मेंबर कोई और कोड लेके काम करती है, चाहे आप करते हो, चाहे आपका मॉडल अलग है एमएफडी, और आपको क्लाइंट सेग्रीगेशन पे ध्यान देना है. क्लाइंट सेग्रीगेशन एंड द ग्रुप क्लाइंट फैमिली सेग्रीगेशन. बस अगर आप उसी आदमी से चार्ज नहीं ले रहे हो, सिर्फ उसका म्यूचुअल फंड इधर कर रहे हो और इंश्योरेंस अपने उसमें नाम कर रहे हो, तो यू आर नॉट चार्जिंग एनीथिंग फ्रॉम द क्लाइंट, तो आपका कोई इश्यू ही नहीं है. आप करते रहो ना, जितना करना है करो. तो तुषार जी, आपके केस में यस, ओके, नो इश्यूज. बट वन थिंग इज हियर, वी डिस्कस ऑल एंड ऑल अबाउट फीस ऑन एमएफ प्लेटफॉर्म. You see, goals are existing with the life of a customer and planning is needed. So first of all, Jyoti ji, no, I don't think, I have never talked about MF and neither my platform has used. So we never have talked about fee charging. We always had told you to proudly earn commission by adding value to your business model. So that is our model of training of fences for the last many years. So we have never been on this page of fee charging. So I don't know exactly what, maybe you have heard about it somewhere else, but you see, goals are existing with the life of a customer and planning is needed. If you believe that that is very important and planning is needed, because I don't believe it. I believe that if you are taking suitable step, you are saving enough for your life, you need just a calculator which can show you that how much is required to be saved. So that calculator is called the incidental advice that you are allowed to give. Who is stopping you from telling a customer that this much saving will be required for you if you assume this is the inflation, if you assume this is the return? So that kind of discussion is called incidental advice, which you are anyway going to give. The planning is entirely different thing, Jyotiji. 90% of my advisor friends and people in this MFD business, they think that they were giving planning, but that planning is not of any worth. Planning is the cash flow planning, their insurance payment dates planning, their salaries, grocery, home loan, their bijli ka bill, their taxi ka bhada, their travel, and everything has to be planned as a cash flow. That is planning. Completely making the balance sheet on year to year basis, telling the ratios, different ratios of a client, that this is your today debt equity ratio, this is your liquidity ratio, this is your solvency ratio. All these are called planning. You are not actually doing planning. So what you people are doing, maybe I'm not pointing to all, but I know, Jyotiji, what you were doing, what I am doing. So we all are together actually only doing estimate calculation. We are not doing planning, we are doing only estimate calculation, that how much will be required for this one and how much will be required for that one. So that is the only thing. Selling on insurance platform, is there also that two on one platform under IRDA? No, there is nothing related to insurance here in that, in this regulation. Hybrid model, very briefly once again. Okay, Adarsh ji, simple hai. As I said, nursing home, simple hai. Nursing home, you have a doctor at one department and you have medicine shop in another department. The only thing is that the same client cannot have a doctor prescription, and the same client cannot buy medicine from your shop. So that is a conflict of interest. So otherwise, you can have the same department, only client has to be different. So nothing very special in hybrid model. You just have to get yourself registered under a hybrid model. Okay, Ravindra ji, I am MFD. Can I use CFP as a qualification after my name and on the, yes, same question everybody is asking. No problem, Ravindra ji, do it. No worry. CFP is your pride. Don't feel bad about it. They have only asked you for other qualification. They have not added CFP in a certified qualification. That is the only thing they've done. Otherwise, it is your pride. You have done CFP. It's a great thing. Why will you hide it? Write it easily. Nobody can stop you from that. But in addition to that, there should be a tagline. I'm not a Finsis user, but want to change in website and branding. What is charge? Can we take order from form in email format from the client? Ravinji, for that you have to talk to us offline, because today we are highly loaded with my Fences user. As a first priority, we have to cover that up. I really wonder if we can address your queries in next 15 days. So be very careful before talking to any of our sales team. If they are committing you anything, please, I will ask my sales team also who is attended here, for any new orders and new things. You have to be very sure that whatever you say to your client, be very clear. The first 15 days is the priority for my existing users, and then only I will take new orders for anything. But yes, we will help you, guide you, suggest you the right thing. Feel free to talk to us, don't worry. How can we have a order form if client is doing online? अबरार जी, सब चीज सेशन में नहीं बता पाऊंगा. इसका मॉडल लगेगा, इसको बनवाइए, सिस्टम को डेवलप करिए. ओके, just see what and how to be done. Okay, take this all things required alterations. It takes time, it takes money, it takes dedication, discussion. So Abrar ji, you have to talk about it. Rakesh ji, registered MFD below name is okay? Yes, MF registered MFD is more okay. Joginder ji, can proprietorship firm use a financial services firm tagline? A proprietorship firm can easily use financial services firm line, but the SEBI has said that under the tagline ensure that it should appear as a mutual fund distributor. So you have to use it mutual services as a tagline, which will be very long. So better to use. Why to get into controversy? Just write a tagline as a mutual fund distributor. There is no harm into it. That is your actual title today. So don't hide from your title. अगर आप सिंह हो तो सिंह लिखो, कपूर हो तो कपूर लिखो. छुपाना क्या है? जो आपको मिला है हेरिटेज में वही तो लिखोगे. सो हम सबको एमएफडी मिला है तो लिखो. कैन ओनली इंश्योरेंस एजेंट नॉट एमएफडी चार्ज फीस? नहीं, इंश्योरेंस एजेंट can charge fees because that comes under IIDA. I don't know what they charge, but if the same client is your MFD client and you have charged money for insurance policy, so then you will be in trouble. As I said, be very clear, Abrarji, a same client cannot be charged for any other reason. Maybe insurance, FD, property, for anything you have charged fees, then that client is no more your MFD client. The client has to be a IA division or a IA client. So that is very sure. You cannot charge the same client who is in MFD for any other businesses fees. You have only to earn fees. If a person is an employee of a broking company and has experience of 10 years can apply for IA, his experience will count. Why not? It will all financial industry, any financial product, banking, FDs, insurance, everything is counted. In MF commission, MFD 10,000, investment AMC charge above 10,000, 100, and first time customer 150 charge cut after SEBI rule. It is possible? First time customer 150 charge cut after SEBI rule. सॉरी पटेल साहब, मैं क्वेश्चन ही नहीं समझा, तो अब अगली बार आप बताइएगा. हाउ कैन वी बेनिफिट फ्रॉम अडॉप्टिंग हाइब्रिड मॉडल प्लीज? आदर्श जी, आई एक्सप्लेन्ड इट आई बिलीव, एंड इफ नॉट ऑफलाइन कनेक्ट होइए, बता दूंगा. राकेश जी, अंडर नर्सिंग होम मॉडल कैन वी डू द गोल प्लानिंग एट जीरो कॉस्ट एंड डू एग्जीक्यूशन थ्रू? हाँ जी, बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है राकेश जी. मैंने ये करीब 2-3 बार पूरे सेशन में समझाया है. कंफ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट नहीं होना चाहिए. तो सेम क्लाइंट को एक डॉक्टर ने लिखा और डॉक्टर ने देखा कि क्लाइंट को दर्द है पाँव में, लेकिन उसको लगा कि एक बहुत बड़ी विटामिन की दवाई है जिसमें मुझे 40% कमीशन है. तो डॉक्टर अपने पर्चे पे लिख देगा कि तुम विटामिन खाओ, जबकि उस बेचारे आदमी को दर्द था पाँव में, और डॉक्टर अपने दवाई खाने में भेज देगा उसको. दवा खाना जो क्या करेगा, उसको वो दवाई देगा और 40% कमीशन कमा लेगा. आपको नहीं लगता ये गलत हो जाएगा? बिल्कुल, सेबी को लगता है कि ऐसा लोग करेंगे. लोग वही प्रोडक्ट लिखेंगे जो उसके दुकान में महंगे में बिकता है. तो इसीलिए सेबी ने ये बहुत स्ट्रिक्टली बैन कर दिया कि जो कस्टमर को वहां से प्लान बनेगा, चाहे आप फीस लें या ना लें, आप अगर उसको प्लानिंग बनाते हैं अपने आईए डिवीजन से, तो वो एमएफडी डिवीजन में बिल्कुल कतई नहीं इन्वेस्ट कर सकता. कैन वी यूज वर्ड्स लाइक फिनसर्व, फिनमार्ट इंस्टेड ऑफ वेलजोन? यस, कर सकते हैं. चलिए सर, तो सबके क्वेश्चंस आंसर हो गए. थैंक यू एंड थैंक्स अगेन वेरी वेरी मच. एंड वट एवर यू बिलीव is not clear in this whole session, please write to me freely. As I said, my blog is there. मेरे blog पे लिखिए, मुझे लिखिए, blog पे आप contact करिए, या मेरा नंबर आप सभी के पास है, आप उस पे WhatsApp से मुझे पूछना चाहें तो 831879230. I may not be able to pick the phone for all, but yes, आप WhatsApp पे मुझे बात करना चाहें तो मैं धीरे धीरे जवाब दे सकता हूँ. So this is what is there. बाकी एनी अदर स्पेशल थिंग, फीडबैक फॉर्म जरूर दीजिएगा ताकि उसमें मुझे समझ आए. अगर आपकी कोई स्पेसिफिक क्वेरी हो तो उस फीडबैक फॉर्म में जैसे ही आप अभी कंप्लीशन डालेंगे, एज सुन एज यू गेट आउट, अ फीडबैक फॉर्म विल ओपन अप. प्लीज फिल इट. थैंक यू एंड हैव अ नाइस डे. Yeah, partnership firm, Ajay ji, you can convert in private limited in future, because ABC Business Associate has nothing bad. It is acceptable name, so you can go ahead with this name today, and as and when you want, you can convert it to the partnership firm. Can MFD sell insurance and get commission from insurance company? Yeah, why not? As I said, you can earn commission, Dheeraj ji, from any place, anywhere, anything. Commission, not fees from client. Commission you can earn, referral commission, main commission, anything from anywhere. Don't worry about it.